Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk about how you should be tracking your finances and how that will help you get rich. Now, I'm not rich yet, so take this advice kind of with a grain of salt, but I have made some money and I've made some pretty solid amount of money over the past couple of months. So I hope my advice is somewhat warranted if you're staying around. What I mean by tracking your finances and why that is so important is because you don't know something until you track it. Let's say you're making $3,000 a month and you're saving none. If you're not tracking what you're spending your money on, how much you're spending, if you're in the negative, if you're in the positive, then you won't know anything is wrong. So in a way, tracking your finances is a way of accepting the fact that firstly, you're doing something wrong, and secondly, knowing exactly where the issue is. Let's use another example here. If you want to start losing weight, you'll have to begin by tracking what you're eating. Why do we track what we're eating? Because we need to know where we're going wrong so we can adjust and fix and assess and then do something new. So let's say you're eating 1,000 calories too much. You don't know that until you start tracking it. The exact same thing goes with your finances. You don't know what you're spending your money on, how much you're spending until you really delve down and know exactly where your money is going. Now, I started doing this 4 or 5 months ago, and I dabbled with it for a while, but nothing too serious. But after a while, I started noticing I was spending way too much money on not courses. I started spending way too much money on like Netflix, video sites, personal stuff like buying things like toys. That sounds nasty. Toys as in gadgets for my phone, stupid stuff. Really, just buying too many dumb stuff that I could go without. I didn't know that. I thought I was spending a reasonable amount, but I was spending way over my budget, and that is why my finances were going down. Now, if I didn't know that, and if I didn't track it in the first place, I would not have known that something was going wrong, and I was spending too much money. So, track your finances, guys. It's really simple. What I've been personally doing is going on Google Sheets, or if you have Excel, if you're rich, go on those sites and make a list. Car payments, house payment, food, whatever it may be. Just put down all your expenses, all what you're making your income. So like let's say work, your pay. Every month, every time you get paid, you put it in, and at the bottom it sums up how much you spent for that month. So let's say in the month of January, you go put your car, everything that you spend your money on, track it, and everything you've made. So from your work, your side hustle, you're an entrepreneur, your business, put it in, and at the bottom it'll show how much money you've made during that month. Now the cool thing is that now that you know how much you're spending, you will know where you need to cut or increase. So if you're spending $1,000 too much, you need to cut $1,000 from your budget, or make an extra $1,000 through increasing your value, asking for a raise, doing something extra, maybe another job, and just fix it. But the main thing I'm trying to hone in on is that you won't know what is wrong until you start tracking. You can track however you want. I just give you guys an example of the Google Sheets. But you need to start tracking to know what is wrong. This has been common practice for many people for many years now. And I'm not saying tracking like the $2 purchases, small purchases here. Just stuff that compounds. Like, you spend your $20, track it. It's really simple, guys. You just track it after you spend. You're done. Most of us are ordering online now, so it's even easier. You could just order and then put it in. And one really cool thing is that sometimes it helps with the fact that you don't want to spend because you don't want to put in the negatives. So you actually tend to spend a little less when you start tracking and you start saving more. It's a really cool thing. But yeah, guys, just track. It's really simple. It's simple addition, subtraction. Just put in how much you spend and how much you made, and you'll be good.